Swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. Please clear the main competition pool. We need our top seeded heat of women's 1500 freestyle to the ready room, please. Please report to the northwest classroom, lower left-hand side of the scoreboard balcony area. All right, our first evening of finals competition here at the IU Natatorium, 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. Tonight we're going to see competition in the women's 1500 free, the men's 800. We got 100 freestyle, 100 back, 50 butterfly, and we'll wrap up the evening here, our first evening of 5 with 200 medley relay. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask at this time that you all please rise for this evening's playing of our national anthem. All right, and now let's bring out our top-seeded heat in the women's 1500 freestyle. Here they come. Swimming in lane 1 from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sasha Carafan. Lane 2, also from Long Island Aquatic Club, Alexandra Siegel. Lane 3, from Germantown Academy, Nora Weber. Lane 4, from Long Island Aquatic Club, Lily Gormson. Lane 5, from North Carolina Aquatic Club, Daisy Collins. Lane 6, for Long Island Aquatic Club, Samantha Anderson. Lane 7 from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sarah Larson. And in lane 8 for Tide Riders, Nora Lee Brown, the top-seeded heat in women's 1500 freestyle. NCSA long course record of the women's 1500 freestyle, 16:33.94 by Rachel Stege, Fox Valley Swim Team, 2019. This is a time final event. We had 2 women's 1500 freestyle heats swum earlier today, and a quick time turned in by Beatrice Stewart, Blazing Barracudas, It is 17:14.61. Turn Nora Weber, Germantown Academy out front. 1:02.61. Daisy Collins, North Carolina Aquatic, lane 5, second position at the 100, 104.19. Nora Weber from Germantown at the 200, 2:09.78, quicker than the 200 split for our fastest swimmer earlier this afternoon. Collins turned at the 200, lane 5, 2:11.17, with Gormson from Long Island Aquatic Club, third in lane 4. Mark for Nora Weber. 3:17.31. Collins second, lane 5, 3:19.18. Now at 400 meters, Nora Weber of Germantown Academy, 4:25.79. Collins turns in lane 5, 4:27.02. Alexandra Siegel of Long Island Aquatic, third in lane 2. 500-meter mark. And Nora turns 5:33.89. Collins in lane 5, 5:35.13. Segal in lane 2, 5:36.53. Weber's 700-meter turn, 7:50.52. Collins at a 7:52.73. We need to have our top-seeded heat of the men's 800 freestyle down in the ready room. Gentlemen, if you're not already down there, Nora Weber now turning at the 800, 858.84. Segal now in second position, lane 2 at a 9:00.87, with Daisy Collins third in lane 5. .900-meter turn for Nora Weber, 10:06.60. Segal 2 turns in a 10:08.93. Lane 7, Sarah Larson from Long Island Aquatic, now third position, lane 7. Here's the 1,000-meter turn, 500 to go for Weber. 11:14.47. Holding her splits pretty even. The high just under 34 seconds. Segel turns in lane 2, second position. 11:17.12. (1100-meter turn for Nora). 12:22.22. Segalto 25.50. Still Larson third in lane 7. Fourth is Collins in lane 5. At 1,200 meters from our fast swim earlier this afternoon, Beatrice Stewart, 13:47.49. Nora Weber going to be nicely ahead of that as she turns 13:30.09. Segala lane 2, 13:34.07. .200 meters left for Nora Weber. Here on the wall, turning 14:37.99. Segala lane 2, 14:42.24. Larson still in third. Collins still in fourth. Gormson is fifth in lane 4. Timers ready with bells in hand. Nora Weber hearing bells for her, signifying 2 lengths left to go. Turns into 15:45.99. Segel now on her final 2 lengths. Lane 2, 15:50.31. Still need relay cards from Mason Manarays and Rockville Montgomery. We need relay cards from Mason Manarays and Rockville Montgomery, as Nora Weber from Germantown Academy touching first, 16:52.46. Quickest time turned into the women's 1500 freestyle. Second on the wall, Seagal, Long Island Aquatic Club, lane 2, 16:57.04. And third is Daisy Collins, North Carolina Aquatic Club. Daisy's time, 17:00.98. And at this time, we bring out the top-seeded heat of the men's 800 freestyle. And the lineup, been our top-seeded heat here, men's 800 freestyle. Lane 1 from Lakeside Swim Team, Clay Bowman. 2 for core swimming, Evan Gluck. 3 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Atkinson. 4 for Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Cooper Zucker Kemney. 6 for Long Island Aquatic Club, William Seigel. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, McLennan Clark. And lane 8 for Eagle Swim Team, Brendan Richter. Men's 800 free now. NCSA long course record of the men's 800 freestyle, 7:58.79 by Giovanni Linscher of course swimming in 2022. And in the men's 800 freestyle earlier heats, quickest time turned in by Biko Hooper Hamland of Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic Club. Time at 8:15.35. Clay Bowman out front at the 100, 58.00. Lane 1 ahead of Zeker Kremeni. Lane 5 at a 58.26. .200 turn with Bowman out front, lane 1, 159.96. Had a Atkinson in lane 3, 200.00. Third, Zeker Kemney in lane 5. Here we are at the 300. Sean Atkinson, Long Island Aquatic Club, taking the lead, 302.19. Ahead of Luke Brennan, Petty Aquatic in lane 4, who turned in a 302.32. Halfway mark here in our top seeded heat with Atkinson leading the way, 404.13. Zeker Kemney second in lane 5, 404.54. Luke Brennan from Petty Aquatic, third in lane 4. .500 turn coming up now. Atkinson, 505.72. Ahead of Zeker Kemney in lane 5. Segal third in lane 6. And we got a good race going on here. 600 turn. And Zeker Kemney out front in lane 5, 607.27. Head of Atkinson in lane 3, 607.39. And with 2 links left, Cooper Zeker Kemney, Rockville, Montgomery, he turned 707.13, picking up speed. Atkinson second in lane 3, 7:08.54. Coming off the final wall here. Half a length to go. Zucker Kemney of Rockville, Montgomery, lane 5. Still holding his lead over Sean Atkinson, Long Island, in lane 3. And Zucker Kemney, 8:07.02. E-final in women's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Nova of Virginia, Emery DeGunther. 2 for New Trier Aquatics, Leah Rogi. 3 for Academy Bullets, Claire Conklin. 4 for Verona Area Swimming, Elise Block. Lane 5 for Germantown, Arden Keidel. 6 for Mason Manarays, Isabel Teple. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kinley Jones. And 8 for Dad's Club Swim Team, Lexi Smith. Block out front at the 100, lane 4, 27.53 ahead of Conklin in lane 3. And Elise Block, Verona Swim Team, 57.40. D final. Lane 1 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Maris Williams. 2 for Dad's Club, Cassidy Kitchell. 3 for Lakeside, Elizabeth Suma. 4 for Mason Manarays, Julia Schaefer. 5 for Mason Manarays, Taylor Bacher. Lane 6 for Zionsville Swim Club, Ava Metzger. 7 for Academy Bullets, Paige Kowal. And 8 for Mason Manarays, Nora Smith. $50 Tarrant and Smith out front in lane 8, 27.48. Ahead of Kowal in lane 7. Turned in at 28.06. Into the wall they come here in the D final. First to touch is Elizabeth Suma, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 3, in a 57.79. Here's the bonus final. Lane 1 for Rockville Montgomery, Gabriel Day. 2 for Innsworth Aquatics, Lily Robertson. 3 for Academy Bullets, Chloe Diner. 4 for Academy Bullets, Tessalina Stavropoulos. 5 for Academy Bullets, Haley Vlesick. 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Lainey Mullins. 7 for Verona Area Swim Team, Peyton Flowers. And 8 for Hershey Aquatic Club, Natalie Calarossi. Stavropoulos out front, lane 4, 27.29, ahead of Robertson in lane 2, turned into 27.56. Tessalina Stavropoulos of Academy Bullets, lane 4. Into the wall she comes, and her time, 57.14. Consolation final in women's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Sadie Murphy. 2 for Nova of Virginia, Riley Miklos. 3 for Germantown Academy, Sarah Freeman. 4 for Germantown, Emily Hamill. 5 for Academy Bullets, Brooke Corrigan. 6 for Chicago Wolfpack, Isabella Chow. 7 for Team Greenville, Lily Abdullah. And lane 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Lily Gormson. .50 turn, and leading the way is Chow in lane 6, 26.97, ahead of Corrigan, lane 5, who turned into 27.37. Isabella Chow, Chicago Wolfpack, here in lane 6. Brings the consolation final heat into the wall. Chow's time, 56.44. As now we bring out the championship final heat in women's 100 free. Here's how the lineup in this championship final heat. Starting in lane 1 from Rockville, Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. 2 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antnewski. 3 for Wilmington Aquatic Club, Rachel Backrath. 4 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic Club, Anam Alasware. Lane 5 for Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 6 for Waukesha Express, Olivia Weiner. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, Elise Nardozzi. And in lane 8 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Isabel Walk. The championship final now in women's 100 free. NCSA long course record in the women's 100 freestyle. 54.73 by Camille Spink of Nation's Capital, 2022. They turn at the far end with Bachrath out front, lane 3, 26.94 ahead of Allisware. Lane 4, 27.02. Third at the 50, Renson, lane 5. Rachel Bachrath, Wilmington Aquatic Club, lane 3. Still with the edge, but pouring it on. Allisware from Chelsea Piers, lane 4. So they come into the wall. They reach, they touch, and it is Anam Allisware from Chelsea Piers getting their first in a 56.24. Here's the E final of the men's 100 free. Lane 1 for Dance Club, Andrew Zhao. 2 for Ole Swimming, Benjamin Laginski. 3 for Team Pittsburgh, Ben Whiteford. 4 for Dance Club, Kading Zhao. 5 for Suburban Seahawks, James Brinchfield. 6 for Fast Tigers, Alex Koo. 7 for Lakeside, Carter Rankin. And in lane 8 for Iswaki Aquatics, Aiden Terezas. Out front at the 50, Laginski in lane 2, 25.07. Ahead of Rankin in lane 7, who turned in a 25.27. Charging up in lane 4, Caden Zhao with Dad's Club. Still Laginski getting his arm out there, but it is Zhao touching first from Dad's Club, lane 4, in a time of 52.49. Now the D final. D final, lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Levi Tipton. 2 for Mason Manarays, Charles Dillon. 3 for Machine Aquatics, Jason Ross. 4 for Chicago Wolfpack, Stephen Grood. 5 for Eagle Swim Team, Tristan Furlow. 6 for Ole Swimming, it's Colin Zexter. 7 for Badger Aquatics, Alexander Heinrich. And in lane 8 for Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Schiffler. D final turns with Grood out front, lane 4, 24.97. Dillon from Rays, second in lane 2, 25.14. Into the wall they come here in the D final, and it's Heinrich. Alexander Heinrich from Badger Aquatics, lane 7, first to touch in a time of 52.59. Bonus final in men's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 representing the Chicago Wolfpack, Pico Hooper Haviland. 2 for Team Greenville, Luke Heyman. 3 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Ryan Griffith. 4 for Dance Club, Alex Mao. 5 for Germantown Academy, Brandon Fleck. 6 for Chicago Wolfpack, Peter Nolan. 7 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Yopang Yu. And in lane 8 for Team Pittsburgh, Jackson Edwards. Griffith leading the way in lane 3, 24.79. Ahead of Edwards in lane 8, it turned into 24.89. Bonus final touching with Fleck. Brandon Fleck from Germantown Academy, 51.57. Consolation final heat of men's 100 freestyle. Lane 1 for Dance Club, Nicholas Hensel. 2 for Zionsville, Jake Terrara. 3 for Team Pittsburgh, Nazar Zakovsky. Lane 4 for Suburban Seahawks, Ken Yinier. 5 for Badger Aquatics, Samuel Wolf. 6 for Waukesha Express, Carter Jewell. 7 for Mason Manta Rays, Brady Campbell. And in lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Meyer Hitch. Out front at the 50, Jake Terrera, Zionsville Swim Club, 24.63. Ahead of Samuel Wolf, Badger in lane 5. Jake Terrera, Zionsville. He does touch first here in the consolation final, 51.55. Now bringing out the championship final heat in men's 100 freestyle. Here's your championship final heat of the men's 100 free. Starting in lane 1 from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Green. Lane 2, also representing Long Island Aquatic Club, Martin Perezinski. Lane 3 from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Nathaniel Holm. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Alexander Teesing. 5 for Ole Swimming, Devin Dilger. Lane 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 7 for Blazing Barracudas, Joshua Toothman. And in lane 8 for New Wave Swim Club, Enzo Solitario, the championship final heat of men's 100 free. NCSA long course record of the men's 100 freestyle, a 50.05 by Kason Wilburn of East Coast Aquatic in 2019. Alexander Teesing, Lakeside Swim Team here in lane 4, not too far off that mark, 51.15 this morning. Teesing out in a 24.56, 24.09 for Teesing tonight at the 50. Dilger second in lane 5, 24.36. And less than half a length to go here in the men's 100 freestyle. Could we have our first meet record of this summer championship? Looking strong in lane 6. Jake Wang, Suburban Seahawks, as they come into the wall. And touching first is Dilger, Devin Dilger of Ole Swimming, a time of 50.52. E-final in women's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. Lane 2 for Team Greenville, Susan Seeley. 3 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Gloria Quang. 4 for Tide Riders, Avery Canine. 5 for Chicago Wolfpack, Fagan Kaminsky. 6 for Dad's Club, Lena Alec. And 7 for Affinity Aquatic, Lara Robertson. And 8 for Waukesha Express, Emerson Meyer. Hundred turn. Fagan Kaminsky out front. Chicago Wolfpack lane 5, 107.53. Second, Emerson Meyer, Waukesha Express in lane 8. He turned in a 107.94. Here in lane 6, Lena Alley, Dad's Club. Just ahead of Fagan Kaminsky, Chicago Wolfpack in lane 5. And Lena on the wall in a time of 2:19.01. Now the D final in women's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for Petty Aquatic Association, Samantha Valacious. 2 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic. Alexandra Moore, 3 for Long Island Aquatic. Vivian Zingaro, 4 for Tide Riders. Madeline Krieger, 5 for Germantown Academy. Carly Bowles, lane 6 for Academy Bullet. Sadie Murphy, 7 for Nova of Virginia. Allison Bischoff. And lane 8 for Germantown Academy, Madison Kemden. Under turn with Carly Bowles from Germantown Academy out front, lane 5. 107.58 ahead of Vivian Zingaro, Long Island Aquatic, lane 3, who turned at a 107.62. And the 150 turn now. Vivian Zingaro out front, lane 3. At the 150, 142.85 ahead of Bowles in lane 5. Third, Velasis from Petty Aquatic Association in lane 1. And Vivian Zingaro, 217.22. Bonus final, women's 200 backstroke. In lane 1 for Verona area swimming, Mazu Paredes, 2 for Team Pittsburgh. Elise Nardozzi, 3 for Irish Aquatics. Molly Barnes, 4 for Academy Bullets. Jillian McNamara, 5 for Lakeside Swim Team. Carly Tyler, 6 for Mason Manarays. Dana Fairbanks, 7 for Stingrays. Finley Jolins, and 8 for Academy Bullets. Annabelle Narucki. Here's the 100 turn. And Carly Tyler, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 5 out front, 107.39. Ahead of Jillian McNamara, Academy Bullets in lane 4. Turned at a 107.46. Fairbanks now leads at the 150, turns to the 143.26 with McNamara and Tyler turning together there at the 150 at a 143.35. And at the finish, Carly Tyler, a Lakeside Swim Team, 2:18.00. Consolation final. Lane 1 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Catherine Gunther. 2 for Verona Area Swim Team, Olivia Sina. 3 for Sharks, Macy DeGroot. 4 for Nova of Virginia, Caitlin Hudum. 5 for Mason Manarays, Maya Schweikert. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. 7 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antnewski. And lane 8 for Zionsville Swim Club, Molly Simmons. Leading at the 50, this consolation final heat. Schweikert in lane 5 for Rays, representing Rays at a 31.64. Headed Dworak from Rockville, Montgomery, who turned in lane 6, 32.14. 100 turn for Maya Schweikert, 105.00. Dworak second in lane 6, the 105.85. Schweikert still out front at the 150, lane 5, 139.18. Dworak still second. Third now, Olivia Sina, Verona Swim Team in lane 2. Maya Schweikert, Mason Manarays in lane 5 takes the consolation final heat in a time of 2:13.46. And we now bring out the championship final heat in women's 200 backstroke. Here's how they'll line up in the championship final heat of this event. Beginning in lane 1 from Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Ellison Schrank. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 3 for Suburban Seahawks, Alexa Connor. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. Lane 5 for Tide Riders, Sydney Show. 6 for Germantown Academy, Emily Hamill. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. And in lane 8 for Tide Riders, Alexis Cook. This is the championship final heat of women's 200 backstroke. current NCSA long course record holder in the women's 200 backstroke. Your top seed in lane 4, Charlotte Crush from Lakeside Swim Team. Record time 2:09.71. Swam at last summer's championship meet here. .50 turn and Crush out front, 29.96. Ahead of Sydney Shoke of Tide Riders in lane 5. Charlotte Crush at the 100-meter mark this morning, 1:02.72. And she turns tonight, still quicker, 1:02.46. Shoke still second in lane 5. And third, Hamill in lane 6. At the 150 this morning, Charlotte Crush 1:36.86 as she sets up her turn. And there it is. No time on the pad, but she is way out front in this heat. Just about a half a length to go. Big lead on the rest of the field. Charlotte Crush coming in here, and she's on the wall in a time of 2:11.45. E-final in men's 200 backstroke. Here's your E-final, lane 1 for Greenwich. YWCA, Jonathan Packard, 2 for Dad's Club. Parker Eford, 3 for Lakeside. Wilson York, 4 for Tide Riders. Brody Blatt, 5 for Rockville Montgomery. Seamus Rooney, 6 for Team Pittsburgh. Andrew Perez, 7 for North Carolina Aquatic. Jacob Clark, and 8 for North Carolina Aquatic. Kunke Zhang. Turning at the 100, Parker Eford, Dad's Club. Lane 2, 101.32. Ahead of Seamus Rooney, Rockville Montgomery in lane 5, 101.66. Eford still out front at the 150, 134.27. Rooney turned down there, 134.65, and third Blatt from Tide Riders, lane 4. Parker Eford can have a nice drop from his morning swim. He's on the wall tonight, 2:06.71. D final now. Lane 1 for Arkansas Dolphins, Joshua Smith. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sawyer Tapp. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Charlie Begin. 4 for Ensworth Aquatics, Elliot Darr. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Chase Keeler. 6 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Zachary Spicer. 7 for Mecklenburg, Wyatt Herger. And 8 for Dad's Club, Kobe Williams. Elliot Darr, Ensworth Aquatics. Out front, lane 4. Elliot Darr turns out the 100, 1:00.94. Second, lane 1, Joshua Smith, Arkansas Dolphins, 1:01.63. Third in lane 8, Kobe Williams at Dad's Club. Zachary Spicer of Mecklenburg, lane 6 to the front, 1:34.24 ahead of Keeler of Rockville Montgomery in lane 5. Zachary Spicer from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, lane 6. Into the wall they come, and out of lane 8, Kobe Williams, Dad's Club, gets in there at the end, 2:06.26. Now the bonus final in men's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, John Murphy. 2 for St. Croix Swim Club, Jackson Kogler. 3 for Nova of Virginia, J.D. Chen. 4 for Nova of Virginia, Brady Julian. Lane 5 for Lakeside, Boone Wilcox. 6 for Team Pittsburgh, McClellan Clark. 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Reed O'Connell. And lane 8 for Summit City Aquatics, Jackson Pyle. J.D. Chen, Nova of Virginia. Turns at the 100, 101.31. Ahead of Reed O'Connell, Long Island Aquatic Club, lane 7, he turned at a 101.79. Chen leads the way in lane 3, 133.60 at the 150. O'Connell still in second, lane 7. And the bonus final is going to go to JD Chen Nova. Her time, 2:06.02. Consolation final. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club. Strahinya Maslow, 2 for Eagle Swim Team. Caleb Van Wechter, 3 for Rockville Montgomery. Griffin Oler, 4 for North Carolina Aquatic. Ian Platts Mills, 5 for Lakeside. Stephen Bailey, 6 for Chelsea Piers Aquatics. Owen Therington, 7 for North Carolina Aquatic. Colton Sheris, and 8 for Arlington Aquatic Club. Evan Igraham. Hundred turn with Oler out front, lane 3, 101.12. Second, Platts Mills in lane 4, 101.23, and Therington third in lane 6. Griffin Oler still out front at the 150. Second now, Stephen Bailey, Lakeside Swim Team in lane 5. And Stephen Bailey, Lakeside Swim Team in lane 5. Zips out front, reaches for the wall, and he takes the consolation final heat in a time of 2:04.88. And we now parade out the championship final heat of the men's 200 backstroke. Here's how the lineup of the championship final heat. Men's 200 backstroke. Lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Cooper Nicholson. Lane 2 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Emmanuel Mountain Tanakis. Lane 3, also for Long Island Aquatic, Martin Perezinski. 4 for Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Green. 6 for Academy Bullets, Evan Conti. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. And in lane 8 for Mason Manta Rays, Jared Payne. Your championship final now in men's 200 back. NCSA long course record of the men's 200 backstroke, 159.19 by JT Ewing, Arlington Aquatic in 2022. Your top seed in this championship final heat, Braden Capon of Academy Bullets with a preliminary swim 2:00.26, just off the record mark. Capon out front, turning in at 27.93. Capon up on top of the water. He turns 57.86. That matches the time that he swam taking it out this morning. Second position, Martin Perezinski of Long Island Aquatic Club, lane 3. And third, Thomas Mercer of Lakeside, lane 7. Capon turned in 128.86. Again, that equals his time from this preliminary swim this morning. Spot on it. Perezinski still second. Third now, Conti in lane 6. Martin Perezinski closing the gap on Capon, coming into the wall, under the flag. And Capon reaches his time, 159.49. So 50 butterfly coming up. After the women's and men's 50 butterfly, we'll get caught up on all of our awards before heading into the 200 medley relay. So we're gonna need our top 8 finishers in all the events. So I'm up until the relay. We're gonna need our top 8 finishers ready for award presentations, and award staging will be over there just outside the East Control Room opposite the pool from me. E-final now in women's 50 butterfly. Moore in 1, Webb in 2, Bateman in 3, Conklin in 4, Frost in 5, Kai in lane 6, Douglas in 7, and McGrath in lane 8. Again, this is the E-final. Hannah Bateman, Petty Aquatic, lane 3 with a little bit of an edge. But touching first is Catherine Douglas, Arlington Aquatic Club, lane 7, 28.80. And now the D final in women's 50 fly. Rogie in 1, Robillard in 2, Teng in 3, Schmidt in 4, Schrenk in 5, Freeman in 6, Jan in 7, and Parsons in lane 8. Hannah Schmidt from Lakeside touches first. Her time, 28.34. Now the bonus final in women's 50 fly. Block in 1, Duffy in 2, Trailoff in 3, Rendell in 4, Fredericks in 5, Jimenez in 6, Merritt in 7, and Gunther in lane 8. Into the wall they come and touching first out of lane 1. Elise Block, Verona area swimming, 28.47. Here's the consolation final. Nicola in 1, Gill in 2, Witowitz in 3, Allisware in 4, Paredes in 5, McKay in 6, Nealon in 7, and Jones in lane 8. Lane 6, Aubriel McKay, Ole swimming. And the consolation final. But touching first is Allisware right there at the end, 28.36 in lane 4. Line up here in the championship final heat of the women's 50 butterfly. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 2 for Academy Bullets, Tessalina Stavropoulos. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Isabella Chow. 4 for Lakeside, Charlotte Crush. 5 for Verona area swim team, Peyton Flowers. 6 for Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 7 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Maris Williams. And lane 8 for Petty Aquatic Association, Samantha Valasis. Your championship final in women's 50 butterfly. Your top seed in this event, lane 4, Charlotte Crush from Lakeside, the NCSA long course record holder in this event at a 26.18, and swam at last year's summer championship meet here at the IU Natatorium. Charlotte Crush out front from Lakeside. Look at that smooth butterfly. Looking good into the wall in Charlotte's time, 26.48. And now the E final in men's 50 butterfly. Wu in 1, Keys in 2, Baldwin in 3, Edwards in 4, Jungbluth in 5, Fu in 6, Ryan in 7, and Habiski in lane 8. Jackson Edwards, Team Pittsburgh in 4. But Baldwin touches first in lane 3, 25.89. D final in men's 50 butterfly. D final here, Topping in 1, Fleck in 2, Shiflett in 3, Nolan in 4, Nagel in 5, Zexter in 6, Bartel in 7, and Hartman in lane 8. Peter Nolan, Chicago Wolfpack. And Nolan's time, 25.47. Bonus final here in the men's 50 butterfly. Tipton in 1, Carter in 2, Wilcox in 3, Hooper Havland in 4, Heyman in 5, Whiteford in 6, Gow in 7, and Zakowski in lane 8. Bonus final. And it's Whiteford touching first in lane 6. Ben Whiteford at Team Pittsburgh, 25.68. Consolation final in men's 50 fly. Gray in 1, Schuster in 2, Heinrich in 3, Teesing in 4, Yu in 5, Cummins in 6, Janaitis in 7, and Sao in lane 8. Yufeng Wu, Northwest Arkansas, lane 5. Does he touch first? And yes, he does. 25.20 out of lane 5. And we bring out the championship final in men's 50 butterfly. Lane 1 for aquatic team of Mecklenburg, Nathaniel Holm. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Clark Coyle. In 3 for Eagle Swim Team, Caden Bowers. 4 for the Mason Manta Rays, Brady Campbell. 5 for Ole Swimming, Devin Dilger. 6 for New Wave Swim Club, Enzo Solitario. 7 for Eagle Swim Team, Langston Duncan. And in lane 8 for Badger Aquatics Club, Samuel Wolf. These are your championship finalists in men's 50 butterfly. NCSA long course record of the men's 50 fly, 24.08 by Connor Black of Cats, 2013. Devin Dilger, Ole swimming lane 5. Lane 4 now, Brady Campbell, Mason Manarays. And on the wall first is Brady Campbell in a time of 24.29. And we have a big award break coming up now. Coaches, help us get your top 8 swimmers over to the award staging area outside the entrance to the East Control Room. Award presentations coming up for the top 8 in the women's 1500 free, the men's 800 free. We've got 100 freestyle, 200 back, and 50 butterfly awards to be presented before we head into the 200 medley relay. So help us out. We need our top 8 finishers and all those events over at award staging just outside the entrance to the East Control Room right now. Once again, swimmers and coaches, we need our top 8 finishers for all of our events that have been swum this evening. And we're going to make those award presentations before heading in and finishing off the evening with 200 medley relays. Ready for our first award presentation. That in the women's 1500 freestyle. In 8th place from core swimming, Amelia Lester. 7th from Long Island Aquatic Club, April Chung. 6th for Blazing Barracudas, Beatrice Stewart. 5th from Long Island Aquatic Club, Lily Gormson. 4th from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sarah Larson. 3rd from North Carolina Aquatic Club, Daisy Collins. Placing 2nd from Long Island Aquatic Club, Alexandra Sigel. And your winner of the women's 1500 freestyle from Germantown Academy, Nora Weber, in a time of 16:52.46. Thank you, ladies. Next up, the award presentation in men's 800 freestyle. There they are, a sharp-looking group indeed. 8th place from North Carolina Aquatic Club, Ian Platts Mills. 7th from Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic, Biko Hooper Havlin. 6th from Core Swimming, Evan Gluck. Placing 5th from Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. 4th from Long Island Aquatic, William Segal. 3rd from Team Pittsburgh Elite Aquatics, McLennan Clark. 2nd from Long Island Aquatic, Sean Atkinson. And your champion of the men's 800 free from Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Cooper Zecker Kemney, in a time of 8:07.02. And now the award presentation in women's 100 freestyle. In 8th place from North Carolina Aquatic, Isabel Walk. 7th from Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dwart. 6th from Team Pittsburgh, Lise Nardozzi. 5th from Waukesha Express, Ella Ananuski. 4th from Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 3rd from Waukesha Express, Olivia Weiner. 2nd from Wilmington Aquatic, Rachel Buckrath. And your champion of the women's 100 freestyle from Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Anam Alasware, at a time of 56.24. Next, our award presentation in men's 100 freestyle. In 8th place from Long Island Aquatic Club, Martin Perezinski. 7th from Long Island Aquatic, Sean Green. 6th from Blazing Barracudas, Joshua Toothman. 5th from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Nathaniel Holm. 4th from New Wave Swim Club, Enzo Solitario. 3rd from Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. Placing 2nd from Lakeside, Alexander Teesing. And your champion in the men's 100 freestyle from Ole Swimming, Devin Dilger, in a time of 50.52. Next up, the award presentation in women's 200 backstroke. In 8th place from Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. 7th from Tide Riders, Alexis Cook. 6th from Germantown Academy, Emily Amel. 5th from Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Ellison Schrank. 4th from Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 3rd from Suburban Seahawks, Alexa Connor. Placing 2nd from Tide Riders, Sydney Schoch. And your champion of the women's 200 backstroke from Lakeside, Charlotte Crush, at a time of 2:10.29. And now the award presentation in men's 200 backstroke. Awards in men's 200 backstroke, and now coming up, your top 8 finishers in that event. In 8th place from Mason Manor Rays, Jarrett Payne. 7th from North Carolina Aquatic, Cooper Nicholson. 6th from Long Island Aquatic Club, Emmanuel Mountain Tanakis. 5th from Lakeside, Thomas Mercer. 4th from Long Island Aquatic, Sean Green. 3rd from Academy Bullets, Evan Conti. 2nd from Long Island Aquatic, Martin Perezinski. And your champion in the men's 200 back from Academy Bullets, Braden Capon, at a time of 1:59.49. And now the award presentation in women's 50 butterfly. In 8th place from Petty Aquatic Association, Samantha Valacious. 7th from Fort Wayne Swim Team, Maris Williams. 6th from Lakeside, Kate Brager. 5th place from Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 4th place from Academy Bullets, Tessalina Stavropoulos. 3rd place from Verona Area Swim Team, Peyton Flowers. 2nd place from Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic Club, Isabel Chow. And your champion in women's 50 butterfly from Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush, in a time of 26.48. One more award presentation to go, that in the men's 50 butterfly. In 8th place from Badger Aquatics Club, Samuel Wolf. 7th place from Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Nathaniel Holm. We had a tie for 5th place between Eagle Swim Teams, Caden Bowers, and New Wave Swim Club's Enzo Solitario. Placing 4th from Eagle Swim Team, Langston Duncan. 3rd from Kentucky Aquatics, Clark Coyle. 2nd from Ole Swimming, Devin Dilger. And your champion of the men's 50 butterfly from Mason Manor Rays, Brady Campbell, in a time of 24.29. And we'll get some final pictures there. That concludes our award presentation for this evening. Warm up for another minute or two here for the 200 medley relay. Swimmers, at this time, let's please start clearing the main competition pool. Let's please start clearing the main competition pool. Get our timers back into their chairs, please. Again, swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. Timers, please report back to your chairs so we know that they're there. Got a bunch of relay heats coming up. 14 heats of men's and women's 200 medley relay. All right, who's ready for relays? Oh, come on, who's ready for relays? Me too. Total of 14 heats coming up. Combined women's and men's 200 medley relays. And let's get it started now. Heat 1 of women's 200 medley relay. Don't blink, these are going to go fast. Good start there. Elizabeth Link leading off for Rockville Montgomery A in lane 4. We got Nardozzi leading off for Team Pittsburgh A in 3. Lane 5, Burrow for Fort Wayne A in lane 5. Women's 200 medley relay record 153.74, held by Lakeside. Want to remind our swim fans, no flash photography. Once our swimmers are up on the blocks, evidently we had some out of the start of the last heat. Let's avoid that, please. Over in lane 1, Lauren Konarski, Verona Area B. And in the number 3 slot for Verona, lane 1, Monica Schmidt. Second in lane 2, Nutrier Aquatics, Leah Rogi. Anchor swimmers ready to go. And in lane 1 for Verona Area, that's Kyrie Kittleson. Second lane 5, Fort Wayne swim team, Elizabeth Sears. And third at the 150, lane 4, Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak now in the water. Into the wall they come. Rockville Montgomery at lane 4, touching first in a time, 159.78. Heat 2, women's 200 medley relay. Baden leads off for Petty in lane 1. Fairbanks for Mason Manarays in 2. Simmons for Zionsville in 3. Shoke for Tide Riders in 4. Tang for Ole in 5. Robertson for Ensworth in 6. Douglas for Arlington in 7. Hodem for Nova of Virginia in 8. This is Heat 2, women's 200 medley relay. Petty Aquatics out front. Celia Traub now underway. Zionsville, second position, lane 3. Madeline Aiken now. And lane 5 for Ole Swimming, Aguilar Fernandez. Zionsville lane 3, Haley Hunter up next. Samantha Lacius for Petty Aquatic in lane 1. Zionsville is in first, Petty second. Third position in lane 4, Tide Riders, Hannah Renaud underway. Anchor swimmer is on the way back for Petty Aquatics. Lola Early for Zionsville in lane 3. Ava Metzger, and for Ole A in lane 5, Josie Conley. Ole Swimming touching first here in Heat 2. Their time 1:58.51. Heat 3, women's 200 medley relay. Graziano leads off for Lakeside in lane 1. Murphy for Academy Bullets in 2. Conklin for the Bullets in 3. Schweikert for Mason Manaray in 4. Brager for Lakeside in 5. Narara for Chicago Wolfpack in 6. Moore for Chelsea Piers in 7. Cena for Verona Area Swim Team in lane 8. Again, this is Heat 3 in the water now. Women's 200 medley relay, time final event. Out front, Lakeside, Hannah Schmidt now. In lane 4 for Mason Manarays, Adeline Robillard. And third is Verona Area, Cheyenne Burrows. Mason Manarays looking strong. Isabella Taylor Bacher up next. Stravopoulos for Academy Bullets in lane 3. And for Chicago Wolfpack in lane 6, Fagan Kaminsky. Lakeside out front, Sydney Perkins bringing it home. For the Mason Manarays in lane 4, Isabella Tepley. And for Academy Bullets in lane 3, Rebecca Rentz. Sydney Perkins bringing it home for Lakeside, lane 5. Race closes up at the end, charging Academy Bullets in lane 3. Academy Bullets do touch first in a time of 1:55.59. Heat 1 in the men's 200 medley relay. Walren leads off for Zionsville in 1, Edwards for Pittsburgh in 2, Dar for Ensworth Aquatics in 3, Guerin for Carolina Aquatic in 4, Eford for Dad's Club in 5, Gustafson for Mason Manor Race in 6, Carter for Badger Aquatics in 7, and Smith for Waukesha Express in lane 8. Leading the way is Ensworth. Corbin Songer now underway. The second in lane 8, Waukesha Express, Carter Jewell. And third, Team Pittsburgh in lane 2, Carter Robertson. Badger Aquatics. Samuel Wolf turning that over to Ethan Johnson. Second position, Waukesha Express in lane 8. Mason Bruin. And third for Mason Manor Rays, Colin Bressler. Badger Aquatics still up front. Alexander Heinrich anchoring. For Waukesha Express in lane 8, Ryan Schatt. For Dad's Club in lane 5, Nicholas Hensel. They were third at the 150. Dad's Club coming back strong. Nicholas Hensel. Wow, 22.56 to split for Hensel and Dad's Club in lane 5. Their time, 145.23. Heat 2 in men's 200 medley relay. Connie for the Bullets in lane 1, Oler for Rockville Montgomery in 2, Spicer for Mecklenburg in 3, O'Connell for Long Island in 4, Tipton for Chicago Wolfpack in 5, Yow for Kentucky Aquatics in 6, Dye for Irish Aquatics in 7, and Kuhn for Arlington Aquatic in lane 8. Leading the way is Mecklenburg in lane 3, Brian Busey now. Second, Rockville Montgomery, lane 2, Brian Wilbur. And for Academy Bullets, third in lane 1, Braden Capon. Number 3 swimmers ready to go. And in lane 5, Chicago Wolfpack, Stephen Grude. Underwell for Rockville Montgomery, Mecklenburg in lane 3, Nathaniel Holm. And for Rockville Montgomery in 2, Alexander Jungbluth. Mecklenburg out front, Marshall Pfeiffer. Anchoring for Chicago Wolfpack, Stephen Grude. And for the Kentucky Aquatics in lane 6, Nicholas Johnson. Kentucky Aquatics. Correction, Chicago Wolfpack touching first there in Heat 2. Their time, 144.07. Heat 3, men's 200 medley relay. The NAA leading off for Suburban Seahawks in lane 1. Van Wechter for Eagle in 2. Payne for Mason Manor Rays in 3. Mutter for Lakeside in 4. Montananakis for Long Island in 5. Steiner for Machine Aquatics in 6. Tap for Lakeside in 7. And Zexter for Ole in lane 8. This is Heat 3 of the men's 200 medley relay. Lakeside out front. Owen Durham now underway. Second at the 50 in lane 5. Long Island Aquatic, David Konerski. Record in the men's 200 medley relay, 142.49 by Arlington Aquatic. Long Island out front, lane 5, Martin Perezinski. Second position, Lakeside, lane 4, Boone Wilcox. And third, lane 1, Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Schiffler. Mason Manor Rays now out front in lane 3. Charles Dillon anchoring. Ole second in lane 8, Benjamin Leginski. And for Long Island in lane 5, Sean Green. What a great race coming to the wall here. Lakeside's time, 1:43.47. Heat 4 of women's 200 medley relay. Heat 4 for the women's 200 medley relay. Connor leads off for Mecklenburg in 1. Fox for Suburban Seahawks in 2. Joyce for Excel in 3. Chen for Long Island in 4. Filion for Blazing Barracudas in 5. Hamill for Germantown Academy in 6. Schrank for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics in 7. Burke for Dad's Club in lane 8. Out front in lane 6, Germantown Academy, Grace Bell. In second position, Northwest Arkansas, Jenna Gogol in the water now. And third, Excel in lane 3, Claire Newborn. Northwest Arkansas, lane 7, Ella Butcher. Second position, lane 5, Blazing Barracudas, Sofia Jimenez. And third at the 100, lane 6, Germantown Academy, Jarden Keitel. Mecklenburg, lane 1, now to the front. Mary Drummond in the anchor position. Second in lane 5, Blazing Barracudas, Beatrice Stewart. And for Northwest Arkansas in lane 7, Addison Payne. Excel Aquatics touching first in lane 3. Their time, 1:59.79. This is Heat 4, the men's 200 medley relay. Vaughn leads off for Machine Aquatics in lane 1. Pyle for Summit City in 2. Soto for Dad's Club in 3. Begin for Rockville Montgomery in 4. Platts Mills for North Carolina Aquatic in 5. Skaggs for Club North Swimming in 6. Whiteford for Team Pittsburgh in 7. And Julian for Nova of Virginia in lane 8. Leading the way, lane 3, Dad's Club. Kading Zhao now in the water. Lane 5, North Carolina, Connor Peck. And third at the 50, lane 7, Team Pittsburgh with Griffin Tomczyk now. Nova, Virginia out front. Joshua Farnsworth here in lane 8. The second position, lane 3, Dad's Club, Julian Hemmer. And third in lane 5, North Carolina, Andrew Cummins. Dad's Club, lane 3, Larkin Hellman anchoring. Lane 5, North Carolina, Tyler Barrett. And for Summit City, lane 2, Logan Pazwinski. Dad's Club. Strong into the wall. They touch at a time of 147.34. Heat 5, the women's 200 medley relay. Cook leads off for Tie Riders in lane 1. Hannon for Fast Tigers in 2. Watkins for Rockville Montgomery in 3. Barnes for Irish Aquatics in 4. Haynes for Southeastern in 5. Ali for Dad's Club in 6. Dimitrovic for Ensworth Aquatics in 7. Brockman for Chicago Wolfpack in lane 8. This Heat 5, the women's 200 medley relay. .50 turn and out front, lane 1, Tide Riders, Ashlyn Canale now. The second position in the lane 5, Southeastern Swim Club, Julia Kiley. And third position for Irish Aquatics, lane 4, Isabel Melvin. Halfway through Heat 5 and out front, Tide Riders, Nora Rutkowski now. Second in lane 5, Southeastern Swim Club, Ellison Miller. And third at the 100, lane 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Annika Kai. Tide Riders still out front. Nora Lee Brown in the anchor position. Second, lane 7 for Ensworth, Julia Mason now. And a third, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 8, Katarzyna Pereira. On the wall first, out of lane 5, Southeastern Swim Club. Their time, 2:01.55. This will be Heat 5 of the men's 200 medley relay. Toothman leading off for Blazing Barracudas in lane 1, Chumley for Tide Riders in 2, Furlow for Eagle Swimming in 3, Chow for Chicago Wolfpack in 4, Hessian for Excel Aquatics in 5, Murdoch for Tsunami in 6, Johanneman for Fast Tigers in 7, and Hammond for Ainsworth Aquatics in lane 8. Blazing Barracudas out front, Thor Johansson. Second, Chicago Wolfpack, Larry Rattler. And third, Fast Tigers in lane 7, Anthony Memphis. Still Barracudas out front, lane 1. Cooper Ryan for Chicago Wolfpack, Pico Hooper Havlin, and third position Ainsworth, Matthew Hughes in lane 8. Chicago Wolfpack to the front, with Turner Ferguson anchoring. Second position, Blazing Barracudas in lane 1, Leland McPhail. And third in lane 7 for Fast Tigers, Alex Koo. Turner Ferguson brings Chicago Wolfpack into the wall here. Lane 4, their time 1:47.12. Heat 6 in the women's 200 medley relay. Meyer leads off for Waukesha Express in lane 1, Emmerich for North Carolina in 2, Bagley for Wilmington in 5, Zentz for Eagle in 6, Blandahl for Sharks in 7, Sherman for Arlington Aquatic in lane 8. This Heat 6 of women's 200 medley relay. Out front in lane 1, Waukesha Express, Evelyn Brown. Second position, lane 7, Sharks Swimming, Gabrielle Volpe now. And third in lane 6, Eagle Swim Team, Krista Bleha. Eagle Swim Team out front in lane 6, Samantha Randall. Second, lane 7 for Sharks, Daryl Riddell. And third in lane 2, North Carolina, Maya Lambert. Eagle Swim Team out front in lane 6, Zoe Welker. The second is Waukesha Express in lane 1, Olivia Weiner. And third at the 150, lane 7, Sharks with Macy DeGroot in the anchor position. First on the wall here in Heat 6, lane 1, Waukesha Express, their time 2:00.80. The Heat 6 in men's 200 melee relay. Mitchell leads off for Affinity Aquatic in lane 1, Harrington for Nova of Virginia in 2, Flag for Arkansas Dolphins in 3, Weeks for Irish Aquatics in 4, Lidstrom for Academy Bullets in 5, Therington for Chelsea Piers in 6, Zhang for North Carolina in 7, and O'Connor for Izwaki in lane 8. Heat 6 of the men's 200 medley relay underway. Out front in lane 6, Chelsea Piers. Chaz Jones now. Second position, Academy Bullets, lane 5, Gabe Helfrich. And third in lane 7, North Carolina, Lysander Mahele. Ooh, Affinity looking strong over there in lane 1. Affinity is out front now. Von Muir underway. Second position, lane 2, Nova of Virginia, Caleb Jung. And third in lane 6, Chelsea Piers, Jack Haley. Anchor swimmer on the way back for Affinity. They are out front, Henry Cooper. Second position, lane 5, Academy Bullets, Tanner Stumpenhorst. And for Chelsea Piers in lane 6, Chase Elliott. Academy Bullets touching in a time 1:48.59. This is Heat 7, women's 200 medley relay. Wilford leads off for New Trier in lane 3. Chowinski for Waukesha Express in lane 4. Weston for Team Greenville in 5. Haverman for Southeast Metro Sharks in lane 6. This is Heat 7 women's 200 medley relay. And leading at the 50, lane 4, Waukesha Express with Chloe Yerkes now in the water. Second, Greenville in lane 5, Chelsea Garrido. And third, lane 6 is Southeast Metro Sharks, Malia Johnson. You got Elise Newlands for New Trier in lane 3. Waukesha Express out front, Avery Antnewski up next. Lane 7 or lane 6 rather, for Southeast Metro Sharks, Mallory Payne. For Team Greenville, Anna Barr and Sylvia Delilica for New Trier Aquatics in lane 3. Waukesha Express out front, Aspen Wuhel anchoring. For Southeast Metro Sharks, Megan Gillard. Third now, New Trier in lane 3, Riley O'Hara and Lily Abdullah for Team Greenville in lane 5. Waukesha Express 203.02. Heat 7 in men's 200 medley relay. Ramos leads off for Arlington Aquatics in 2, Crowley for Greenville in 3, Hinshaw for Zionsville in 4, Blatt for Tide Riders in 5, Swan for Swim Houston Aquatics in 6, and Miller for Zwaukee Aquatics in lane 7. Team Greenville out front, Sebastian de Villiers underway, lane 5 for Tide Riders, second position Camden Theodos, and for Zionsville in lane 4, Tobias Dullins. Zionsville now out front with Kari Slater, ready to go. Second position, Team Greenville, Lou Kamen and Connor Menier underway for Arlington Aquatic in lane 2. Anchor swimmers out front with Team Greenville leading the way. Yuri Yurko for Zionsville, Everett Heiser. Ethan Shin for Arlington Aquatic in lane 2. Team Greenville touching first, a time of 1:49.33. And that does conclude day 1 of the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships from the IU Natatorium on the campus of Indiana University, Indianapolis. Tomorrow, we're going to see competition in the women's 200 free, the men's 400 IM. We got 100 breaststroke, women's 200 fly, men's 100 backstroke. We got women's 200 freestyle relay and men's 800 freestyle relay. So again, another jam-packed day. Great job, swimmers. Get back to your hotels or wherever you're going here tonight. Get some rest. We'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Preliminary competition starting at 8:30. Good night, everybody.